Following Harold Godwinson's succession as the King of England in 1066, he immediately took steps to guard his land. He believed William of Normandy posed the greatest threat and ordered his army to guard the south coast of England. However, William never appeared, and with the high cost of maintaining an army as well as an upcoming harvest, Harold dismissed them in early September.
Within days of dismissing his army, Godwinson suffered his first attack. It was launched by Harold Hardrada with the support of Godwinson's brother Tostig. Together with a strong army of around 9,000 and over 200 boats, they targeted the north. After sailing up the River Humber, they marched towards York. The local earls, Edwin of Mercia and Morcar of Northumbria, tried to defend the area. They used their armies to block the route to York at Gate Fulford.
Despite initial success, the earls experienced a heavy defeat. The English troops were located on a side with nowhere to retreat to. One side was the River Ouse, and the other marshland. The Norwegians were also superior fighters. Hardrada used his military skill effectively by stationing Tostig's weaker troops at the front as a decoy.
Following Hardrada's success, an agreement was drawn up. Hostages were taken by Hardrada. More of them were promised at Stamford Bridge, a location east of York, on the 25th of September, 1066.
Godwinson was still in the south at this point. He had dismissed his army. Upon learning of the Norwegian attack, he took the brave decision to march north. On the way, he recalled his army and gathered more men. 5 days later, at first with no knowledge of the Battle of Fulford Gate, he arrived.
When Hardrada and Tostig arrived for a planned meeting, Godwinson launched a surprise attack. The location gave him an advantage, as there was a small hill he could hide behind. Hardrada's men had been unprepared for battle, and few were wearing armour. At first, the Norwegians fought well and put up a good defence, but after the fall of a link bridge, Godwinson emerged victorious. The Norwegians were heavily defeated, and both Hardrada and Tostig were killed during the battle. Godwinson had proven himself.
The Anglo-Saxon Chronicles records the end of the battle stating, "They went up to our king and swore oaths that they would always keep peace and friendship with this country, and the king let them go home with 24 ships." This was a huge achievement for Godwinson. A few surviving Norwegians returned home, and there was a promise of peace. This removed a major threat in the north.
Godwinson had proven his military skill and his ability to lead an army. However, the celebrations were short-lived. 3 days later, William of Normandy launched his attack on the undefended south.